In the description, I finally got Wi-Fi back. Now I know I've been uploading and streaming some mobile games, but that was mainly me doing using my data. So I'm kind of ecstatic to have Wi-Fi right now. I've basically been up ever since last night playing games. Only reason I'm streaming right now, cause well, I kind of stopped thinking about streaming a while ago once I had to update a few more games. Plus my last game of AAPG, when it says I had returned, like I'm back and stuff, that was actually a game of me in the lobby with one of my favorite America's Army Proving Grounds streamers. The name is Yo, I am so psyched right now. I'm still messing up my words. So, okay, I'm just gonna start this because I can't wait. Now, if you guys see me do nothing but nothing. Okay, if you guys see me do total noob stuff, I remind you, I have not been playing online PS4 stuff at all. So means I had so many updates for each and every game I play. So much so that I had to delete some stuff off my PS4 just to update them. That's how bad that is. So anyway, the streamer I was looking at and playing with was My Kitty Loves You. Like I said, she's an America's Army Proving Grounds streamer. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it off my phone right now. Let's get this box out the way though. Yeah, My Kitty Loves You, MYKITTY, even though I'm pretty sure all of you know how to spell my and kitty by now. Also LUVS, U. Not the letter U, but the word U. And I happened to see her streaming while I was logging right into my PS4 really. And looking at the America's Army Proving Grounds download file. Oh ho 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 ho. Shoot. Oh. Hey. Hey. So you and Steph been missing, huh? Killzone told me all about that.
Steph told you about what?
That ever since I left or whatever, you guys haven't really been showing up that much.
Yep.
Dang.
Mostly just been watching your YouTube videos. I am sorry to hear about your state of depression.
Let's not talk about that, please.
Hey, it's not my fault you decided to turn TikTok into a YouTube video.
Yeah, I don't know why I decided to actually put that up on my YouTube channel. I know I was going to do it for Instagram, but something possessed me to put it on YouTube, so yeah. Right now I'm doing America's Army Proving Grounds. Trying to see if I can still play the games I used to play, but good.
Also, where have you been for years?
Okay, I know it's been 4 years, but geez. Well, not what I meant to say. What the fuck? Bruh. So yeah,
Well, anyway,
I haven't had Wi-Fi for a long time.
man, I feel you.
Yeah. Like, last time I was online with you guys was basically the last time I ever had Wi-Fi. Yeah, remember when we was playing that game? Then that cut me off, so yeah. Then I messaged you guys through PS4 app on my phone, told you I couldn't play because my Wi-Fi went off.
And ever since then, your Wi-Fi's been off.
Yes, so I had to use my mobile data the whole time.
You do know that's what my PlayStation runs off of.
Yeah, except I don't have hotspot on my phone.
You poor soul.
I know, right?
So, what have you been doing?
Well, as I'm pretty sure you already seen, I was doing some mobile games and recording that. Also, I mainly just been chilling, basically. Catching up on my anime and just being on Instagram every now and then. And just chilling through TikTok every now and then as well. I think I only uploaded at least 2 or 3 videos up on TikTok, to be honest. And all that was in the same week. Oh no, I actually uploaded 4.
So, I've been writing stories.
Oh?
Yeah. You want to hear a couple, or do you just want to hear about specific characters?
Dude,
'Cause let me tell you,
I have all night.
I have thought this out so much that it will literally take me all night to tell you half of the stuff that me and my friend have been writing up.
Dude, you have until 2 o'clock. Go ahead.
Okay, let me sit on down, take me a seat, get comfortable. So, I don't really have a name for it right now, but it's a story of a world of sorcery and science.
Harry Potter. Oh, crap.
I will repeat, sorcery and science.
Harry Potter. I mean, depends on.
Harry Potter has science.
What? Yep, not happening.
Anyway,
Dude, the whole team was that way? Yeah, I'm still listening.
well, anyway, though, wait, I just realized you're live streaming.
Yeah.
Trying to get them YouTube bucks.
Wait, what?
Trying to get them YouTube bucks.
Well, my stuff isn't monetized at the moment, so.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you don't get monetized, you know how?
Honestly, I don't have a plan on getting monetized. If anything, I'll do that through Twitch.
Corona. Okay, now you're demonetized.
I'm done.
No, seriously, you have people like getting demonetized just from speaking about the virus that's been literally killing off like hundreds of people.
Yeah,
Even in the pursuit of science. Anyway.
I'm done.
So back to the story. This is a world of sorcery and science. And there are many people within this world who don't actually have magical abilities, and then you have people that were born with magical abilities, and you have people that have access to magical abilities. You know, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
First, you have the magicals. They're magic races, such as orcs, elves,
Fairies.
and fairies, and all. Then you have the spellcasters. Spellcasters use basically like these ancient words of power. Yeah, I know I'm stealing from Skyrim
Warlocks.
a little bit. And then you have rune makers. Rune makers basically can create symbols that withhold magical abilities and can be applied to objects.
So kind of like Full Metal Alchemist or Caster, that's in Fate/Grand Order.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then moving on to the races. Orcs are kind of a mixed bag. They can go from humongous to normal people sized, and their basic idea is that they're hyper durable, meaning you can literally plant a power drill in a guy's head, turn it on, and that will have the efficiency of like stubbing your toe too hard.
Badass.
Like, these guys are tough. And the fact that power drill you stuck in his head probably didn't even make it through his skull. Woo. Orcs are incredibly strong and able to lift about 4 minivans, like, on an upper end, and then, like, a freaking moped with your mom on it. No, I'm just kidding. But it will lift, like, let's say, a Camaro. Like, an old school Camaro on their own, on the low end. Like, no matter who you're going up against, these guys all have super strength. But they're seen as not being that smart because they don't pursue, like, knowledgeable careers. They usually just get jobs that allow them to put their muscle to good use. Then you have the elves, with their natural affinity for magic and their excessive hearing. They usually take jobs along the lines of like military spies and snipers, but they've kind of broken away from their more hunters and gatherers lifestyle to go a more hobby-driven life, if that makes any sense.
Secluded or something?
So they go into like careers that allow them to like express themselves creatively. Then you have, well, I kind of wrote me and my friend here. Say hi, Isaiah. Hi. Me and my friend here actually came together and made like this unique concept for werewolves where they're kind of like, they're basically dog people.
Wait, say that again?
Werewolves. They're basically dog people. Instead of like...
I mean, makes sense.
Instead of turning from like creature to person, they kind of hit like a middle ground where they're like a person with animal features. And due to the world changing from a less ferocious, you know, dog-eat-dog world to a
literally
anyway, to a more like collaborative effort world, they've basically gone all the way down to the genetics and chilled the fuck out. Kind of like how, you know, wolves and chihuahuas are not the same thing anymore.
Wait, since when? Bruh, this government is ridiculous.
But then you have the Nikos, which is basically if you want to get like cat people. Yep, just cat people. Think of like a Khajiit, but if it looked like a person.
And also my fucking mother is calling.
So
Nico is life. Ooh, I almost threw it right into that frag, bro.
well, anyway. All these races
No, I really don't want to try
within like a vastly
Don't want to try that either.
weird landscape, because as magic grew, those who pursued science would actually take that as a challenge, creating an arms race where we have advanced science over here and all kinds of magic timey-wimey bullshit over here. Like, in response to creating the first warplane, a bunch of summoners actually created a dragon as a countermeasure.
Damn, they freaking.
So, like, they basically created a dragon, and that dragon went on to lay eggs. So that's how you end up with the modern day dragons, such as the.
Well, it sounded like the dragon got some action.
Actually, I think it was called a Saren Draco, which is directly translates to ground dragon, a four-legged scaled beast that is extremely territorial and ferocious.
Well, this guy just like described a dragon and dissed it at the same time.
And like, for instance,
How did you not die?
and a lot of things that were written into legend, like sirens being extremely beautiful women that just wanted to send a bunch of sailors into rocks so that they could eat the people who died in the crash, were kind of propaganda by anti-magical people. Anti-magicals, like, we're gonna call them
Sailor Moon witch trials, basically.
The witch trials went a little bit more differently than you'd expect. See, the world hasn't always been roses and clovers and we all hold hands singing kumbaya. In fact, there was a way past war where basically a certain group of knights decided they were going to cleanse the earth of
Templars.
everything foul. That means orcs, that means elves, that means fairies, just everything that involved magic, they were going to wipe it off the planet.
You know, this actually kind of sounded familiar to Knights of Templar from Assassin's Creed.
Well, obviously they fucking failed, and now the world is pretty much overrun with magical items and people. But not all Knights of the Templar died, and instead they turned into a shadow organization, still referred to as a Templar.
Wait, is that really what you're using though? Templar?
Until I find a better name.
Oh. No, yep, that was just me being here. Oh, okay, this guy is knocked out.
Yeah, they now run a shadow organization, trying to tear the world as we know it apart by starting another
interspecies war. Okay, I already know you took that off of something, bro. You just ripped off 7 Deadly Sins.
Actually, that was kind of on accident. The reason why I use the term Holy War is because some barbarian dude got converted into a Catholic way back in the history books, and he used the term as Holy War to kind of excuse him wanting to kill people. So he picked a group of people he didn't like and said, we must cleanse these sinners from the earth. So he started a holy war.
Dang. Sounds like that guy had it rough.
And listen to the air quotes when I say holy war. Because
Kind of ironic, huh?
If there's a book that says, thou shalt not kill, there is no reason to kill. Anyway. But yeah, that ended up happening, and now there's a living threat of war kind of dancing around the world, and in secret, the Templar, we're just calling them that as a placeholder name, because I am not going to make up a new name every time I tell someone new. The Templar are basically weapons to try, instead of like brute forcing it with guns and swords and holy items, they're trying to play it more smart and make the species fall into a interspecies war and then wipe out the survivors. You know, like, you ever played a battle royale game and then just like sat there watching two guys fight and then shot the winner?
No, because I usually kill both squads. Well, trying to protect my own squad when they're AFK.
They tried that the first time, and both the squads jumped the Templar.
Dang, that's a sad story.
And now they're trying to influence a fight between the races and cause like uproar and turmoil, and then they're going to wipe out the survivors, therefore effectively ending all magic.
Trump 2020.
And there's another group.
Ooh, I got one.
There's another shadow organization who kind of saw this coming because they use the power of time magic, which should be outlawed. But they basically messed with the time stream to see years ahead and saw a world at war. And now they're doing everything in their power to stop it, without letting the enemy know who's, working against them.
Dude, I'm sorry that I keep laughing. It's nothing towards your story personally or anything. It's just that you say like a lot of names, and I know at least one. A lot of names are
already taken.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to say it from like that point. It's just that as soon as you say the words, something just pops into my head that reminds me of him.
It's not really important what his job was, because his life quickly went to the shitter, like...
Yo, hold on.
One fateful day.
Yo, I'll be right back. Gotta do something real quick.
Okay, I'll wait. Banana.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter like what his life was like before or what job he had, because his life went to the shitter like 2 minutes later. One fateful day, he's on his way from work on the subway, right? When he kind of reads the room and something's off. There are 3 armed men in his train car. He's taking the subway home. And, well, they stand up and they obviously start shaking people down and robbing them. And there's this, one little girl who's wearing an amulet made from 24 karat gold that was given to her by a family member, because she's not giving it up even with a gun to her face. The armed man who's robbing everyone obviously can't let it go, so he raises the gun and prepares to fire. Before he can even think, David had jumped in the way of the barrel and took a 12-gauge shotgun blast to the abdomen. Now, here's where his power comes into play. Now, I don't know what I was on when I wrote this, but when the shot entered his body, it literally, like the bullets melted. But the force behind the bullets still managed to go all the way through and ended up splattering blood over the family standing behind him. But the majority of these guys' bodily fluids are in some way different on the pH scale, meaning that they can either be way too basic or way too acidic. So this boy is basically a living xenomorph, and you just shot him in the stomach with a shotgun. So the parents of the child have severe chemical burns, and the child herself is now blinded for life. To add insult to injury, the shooter gets away, and well, since the bullets melted before they could lodge it into anything important, David walks away with more or less without a scratch. And well, he ends up losing his job while he's in recovery, and he ends up drinking away his savings due to crippling guilt.
Okay.
Now, as depressing as that is, he just kind of becomes a bar hopper, you know. He's like, he just can't forgive himself for that day, and it's kind of just made his life go down track. Anyway, his ability allows him to create a gel-like substance on the palms of his hands and basically melts whatever he touches.
I've actually never heard anything like that before.
My Hero Academia, Purple Girl.
That's why I haven't heard anything like it before, because I haven't watched it. And it's kind of funny how you like automatically say that.
Also, My Hero Academia.
Ooh, you got choked out.
Dude that really has chapped lips and a weird thing for touching people's faces.
Ugh.
Basically, you can disintegrate your entire face with the tap of his finger.
Wait, are you talking about the Fire and Ice guy?
No, he's a villain who has like a mask that's shaped like a face. I mean, a hand over his face.
Yep, I knew there was a reason I didn't look at that.
But yeah, he has like a mask that's like a glove that's like holding his face, and his power allows him to basically disintegrate people by touching them. And so they basically took the concept that I was going to make and did it twice in two different ways. One with acid, one with just pure disintegration. And part of his design is that he wears a green t-shirt that says hands off. He wears a jacket and gloves, and a surgical mask, so if he ever loses his lunch, he doesn't end someone's life. Or cause a bunch of property damage.
Woo! Woo! Okay, this guy going off with that shotgun. But yeah, that sounded like a real weird anime show. Dude, this guy.
So anyway, I have a couple more designs. I'm only going to go over a couple because it took me way too long to explain the first one. Daisy. Now, Daisy is a bit of a song reference, a bit of a character. Well, basically, Daisy was, well, first off, I need to explain the reference. The first, basically just look up the first song ever synthesized on a computer. Because when they first figured out how to synthesize a voice, they showed this off by making the computer sing a song. And that song, in that song, the person who wrote it is singing to a girl named Daisy. And I think he's proposing, I can't remember.
Anyway. I do believe I heard that song before.
Anyway, Daisy is a specific AI that was created for a series of domestic androids. And what makes her special is that instead of being robotic like the rest of the
AI,
like the rest of the AIs that were created for the other models, she was supposed to be semi-good at reading and imitating human behavior. She was way too fucking good at it. And she ended up basically being indistinguishable from a human being. To couple that with her programming error in which her model was supposed to be able to connect to devices around the house to make her a little bit more useful. You know, like basically making Google Home Bluetooth to everything you own. Well, Daisy was given the ability to connect to other devices, but it didn't stop at just your house. She was able to connect to anything at all, everywhere. Anything older than her model she can't connect to, and anything too simple she can't connect to. But everything from a freaking smart fridge to your pacemaker, she can connect to and control.
Dang.
And due to her little personality error, she can actually give that object sentience depending on how advanced its computer is.
Okay, all this is like fictional, right?
Sorta.
Dude, don't mess with me.
I mean, they haven't created an AI that can do it yet, but somebody that has just really good hacking skills can hack into like basically anything you own.
Okay, see that? Okay, I'm good with that. Well, not good with it. It's just that, you know.
She's like, so Daisy is basically like Skynet if Skynet didn't want to kill you.
Yeah, and that's why I say I'm good with the person with the hacking thing.
Well, anyway, that kind of just puts a cap on Daisy's story.
Yeah. Really does, yeah.
So, we've only gone over like 2 characters, right?
Yes. And I am now, like, how you say, shocked, scared, almost shitting my pants. But anyways, yeah, continue.
Well, that brings me on to Brett. I made his name with a random name generator, get over it. Anyway.
Dude, I use that sometimes too.
In a random like far west, in a random far west community, the Magicals and the Blues guys do a bit of a tussle, and they basically uppull the government and shove them out of the city. And basically the Rodman... Wait, what? It's like the Rodney King riots if they got like 10 times more violent. And basically the police and any law enforcement just left the area. And without any infrastructure and no law enforcement, people went from just, you know, this community is ran by the people to utter and total chaos. A couple of decades after the chaos, and it's a semi-functioning community of psychos and murderers. So, yeah. Those who aren't killing people are held up in like a self-sustaining fort, and those who are running around like freaking cowboys and outlaws with like guns and vehicles. Well, among the rebel is Brick. Brick is a scrawny orc guy who basically decided he was going to learn all about machinery, because in this day and age, all of the ammunition, or at least the majority of the stockpile, has been used up in that area, and due to no law enforcement, all shipments of anything stopped coming in. They were hoping to like choke the rebellion out, but it didn't work. And the surrounding areas slowly over time became a desert, and well, you gotta survive somehow, so you gotta pillage and steal from other people. And Brith was kind of a guy in the trick kind of situation. But he was super smart, he knew how machinery worked, and whatever he could scrounge up, he turned into a weapon. Fast forward a couple of years, he ends up becoming famous because some of the forts have actually gotten their hands on some of his weapons and have been holding out. Well, a raider group got him and forced him to build weapons, and he just Iron Man'd his way out with basically a chainsaw made from a lawnmower blade.
Wait, what? What's a lawnmower blade?
You know, lawnmower?
Oh, you said lawnmower.
Yeah. He Iron Man'd his way out, meaning he armored up, weaponed up, and mauled everyone on the way out with a lawnmower blade chainsaw.
Dang.
Then he ran back east and basically hid out on the outskirts of what's called the Dead Man's Land, and he lives in a junkyard now. Very defensible area, has plenty of scrap, and he just builds and tests weapons in case any of the raider groups ever want to chase him down.
Dude, how do you see a dot on the map and not check that way? Yeah, I'm still listening.
So, what do you think?
Honestly, from what you described, as for all the anime and games I know, that sounds pretty much more original.
Also, the Dead Man's Land is like an entire region of... Just think of the West United States. It's like a whole region that's like basically just flat out desert. And due to like losing all of its vegetation and all of the both normal and magic plants that were around there, the landscape has transformed immensely. So, like, you have lightning storms that literally strike the ground, creating fields of glass.
Okay, now that actually kind of sounds familiar. I just can't put my finger on it.
You have areas that have like that the earth has been kind of upset, and now gas pockets are rupturing through the sand, causing the sand to constantly shift. the shifting sands area is kind of weird because think of this: you're walking through a desert, and you haven't visited this region for like the last 20 years, so you could have sworn that there was a city like smack dab where you're standing. Well, you do a little bit of walking, and among these sand dunes, you see a skyscraper half sunken into the ground. The ground begins to shake as the sands begin to shift, and the entire area turns into quicksand.
Dang, that's awesome just imagining.
Instead of sinking downward, you're being pulled towards something. And you hear a weird combination of like a waterfall and the sand being pulled, the sand flowing. And in the distance, you can see a giant black pit where the sand is being funneled into one area and dragged downward. You are being sucked into a sand pool. A sand whirlpool. What do you think about that?
Awesome. It's exactly like I can't remember the name, but it does sound awesome.
Now, here's a couple of ideas that me and Isaiah have come up with so far.
Oh wait, let me hold you for a second. I know what it sounds like. It sounds like Maze Runner Scorch Trials. Well, with the settings, that's it though.
I remember Maze Runner did a thing where they finally got out of the maze and they had to survive in like a desert.
Yeah.
But anyway. So here's a couple of ideas that me and Isaiah came up with. Within the Sinking Sands area that we're just going to call Sinking Sands. So within Sinking Sands, there's Shifting Sands. Within Shifting Sands, like first off, the buildings have been submerged in some way, and there's evidence that these buildings used to be like yards high, but are now like only a couple of feet due to sinking down into the sand. So a lot of the communities are in like basically sunk out buildings. So like if you were to go down into like the basement of a
this guy's
skyscraper, you'd be like miles beneath the earth's crust. A mile. So.
Okay, with that, I'd have to say almost reminds me of Total Recall and Divergent.
And what's really scary is just imagine like you're working in an office and all of a sudden you hear the rumbling of something just shifting through the building. All of a sudden you look outside of your window and you see sand climbing the glass. The entire building is being pulled into the earth. Another thing is that people, instead of like walking across the sand, because the sand could turn into quicksand at any moment, they instead ride these like and those who are actually brave enough have built like raft buildings. So you see like these weird like treehouse bungalow looking things floating on the sand. Also, in certain areas, the sand has actually gotten to sit long enough to become sandstone, creating sandstone caves. If you end up getting sucked into one of these, you'll be met with the sand crawlers. which is a assortment of gigantic, deadly insects that have evolved to live within the sand caves and snatch anything down that is stupid enough to walk across the sands.
I love how you said stupid
sharks.
enough.
You can think of them as sand sharks.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that.
Let's see. Pick a random number between 1 and 10.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, we already talked about him, so I'll just go back to 4. Red line. Now, the red line is just a placeholder name, but red line is like a speedster. You know, like Flash or Quicksilver.
Or Zoom.
Or Zoom. But instead of being, you know, like, my legs move faster than yours, he actually creates a, not a gravitational field, but he can control his own velocity. Meaning he can head in any direction at any speed. AKA, he flies.
So he flies, but not...
He's more of like...
If you thought you was finna
across
get
the air.
me with that.
Well, Redline is a constant rivalry with another guy that we're just gonna call Speedy. As in Speedy Gonzalez. Get over it.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything.
I know, it was just like the last time I said Speedy, someone was like, you mean like Speedy Gonzalez? Yes, like Speedy Gonzalez.
Did you say that's a kill zone or something?
Hmm?
Did you tell that's a kill zone or something?
Yep.
Yep, I already knew. As soon as you said it. It just sounded something like he would say.
Speedy and Redline are in a constant like rivalry for like who's the fastest.
Let's go this way.
Because well, Speedy has to battle against friction, and well, Redline doesn't. And what's kind of apparent to both of them is that they have to obey E equals MC squared. Meaning, the faster you go, the more mass you have, and the more energy it takes to keep you going. So, basically, these guys are adrenaline junkies, and they just really like to go fast. And, well... the scary thing about them is that if they push their powers too much, they can actually gain enough mass to become a black hole. The only thing that keeps them from doing that is the fact that they don't have infinite energy to keep themselves going. Now we have Gamma. Gamma is a kind of a weird character. We kind of just made her up over like the course of a couple of hours, just talking back and forth. So there's a Project Site Terminus. Project Site Terminus is a huge military / research base that was retrofitted into a prison for death row inmates. Well, obviously, since they're death row inmates, the scientists at that location kind of started using all the prisoners as, well, test subjects. And one of their experiments were how can I say this without sounding totally generic?
Fail.
Dimension
Flop.
hopping.
Wait, what?
Dimension hopping.
Oh.
Well, gamma has the ability to collect energy from the electromagnetic spectrum. That means visual light, radio waves, gamma waves, ultraviolet light, stuff like that. And she can redirect that energy in any way she sees fit. Well, let's just say that gamma was being used as a nuclear reactor. And to keep the whole place off of the power grid, they used her as a nuclear reactor. Basically subjecting her to immense amounts of radiation, forcing her to use her ability to generate heat, and then dumping her into a giant pool of coolant to keep her from melting the entire place down. Because the last thing we need is another Chernobyl. Well, this worked for a while, but then they got greedy and they built their first jump gate, which was an experimental. They were supposed to be researching teleportation, but it accidentally discovered dimension hopping when their jump gate ended up sending a scientist to a pocket dimension instead of, from Project Site Terminus to Project Site Alpha. And, yeah. When they turned the machine on, there was an explosion, and this explosion wiped out all the power in the building and left a faint signature of radioactive material. Because in stressing gamma's powers and creating a dimension hopping machine, gamma's radiation had started to leak throughout the building, causing the computers to corrupt, and instead of teleporting whatever went through the gate, teleported the entire building and left gamma behind.
Damn.
So she sent an entire building to another dimension. And now the Terminus site is sitting in an alternate dimension in which the world was ended by magic instead of nukes. Because there is a gigantic eye-shaped creature hovering over the planet that commands an army of corrupted or dead people, and yeah, basically the last survivors on the planet have either died out, dug into bunkers, or are sitting inside of the Project Site Terminus building. So it's but we'll get back to that in a second. Now all that's left of the Terminus is Gamma and the Terminus pit. A pit that does not obey the laws of physics or time, and literally, like, so much dark matter was gathered in one area that, like, and I'm using the word dark matter because we have no clue how it works, and I'm pretty sure if you were to hold in space-time continuum, you're going to mix some of that stuff up.
Yeah.
And fuck you any scientists out there, because I'm making shit up as I go. Anyway. Well, those who enter the pit usually don't return. Not in the kind of, oh, there's something down there hunting them way. I mean, like, they literally won't come back in the same year. Like, if you dip your toe in there, like, you go down for a minute and come back up, you will not come back in the same year, or maybe not even in the same dimension. And, yes, there are creatures that live down in the pit, but you may not see the same one every time you go down there because the state of the pit is constantly changing. One person that went down in there, they were recorded to walk from one end of the pit to the other. They were given a compass and enough rations to last 3 days. When he was pulled out of the other side of the pit, he recorded evidence of creatures who had no eyes, really sharp teeth, and could only see him when he stood in. Could only see him when he stood in the shadows. You heard me right.
Yeah.
Creatures that had sharp teeth, no eyes, and could only see you if you hid in the shadows.
So basically, at nighttime, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah, but you know, like, the funny thing about that is that if light doesn't shine to the bottom of the pit, how did he hide in the shadows, or how did he step in light? He had actually shifted through dimensions multiple times on it through his walk on the through the Tetanus pit, which is only like a 1 to 2 mile hike. And the second person, there were only 3 people sitting down in the pit. The second person, this guy was given twice the rations of the first guy, so he had enough rations for 6 days, and was told to just walk around the pit, you know, one side of the pit to the other, but follow the wall of the pit, which is a perfect circle. Well, here's the weird thing about that. The subject never actually got a chance to go in. You know why? Because a second version of the subject ran up to the first subject and knocked him unconscious, saying that he couldn't let him go in, before mysteriously disappearing.
Wait, say that again?
A seconded version of the subject ran up and knocked the original subject unconscious, saying that he couldn't let him go in, and then disappeared.
So basically, like, what Flash did in at least, like, season 4 or 5.
Yes. He basically time traveled, because when he came out of the pit, he ended up coming back the day before he actually went inside the pit. Told you time doesn't work in the pit.
Actually, it's really a good plot.
Yeah, the pit is a very weird place. Then we have Mr. Slag. First off, the word slag. Slag means the burned residue of an organic object that had not completely burned.
Well, so much for fossil fuels.
Mr. Slag is a representative of the Slag family, who are a totally legitimate family of business within a city called Diamond City. But we'll get back to that. Slag has the ability to basically bend fire to his will. He can't control it like I'm a fire bender, but he can kind of just say fuck you burning, because fire does not burn his skin. Two, he can directly interact with fire by like picking it up, and, like squishing it, molding it, like it's like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Thirdly, if he gets burned, it actually heals his wounds.
See, now, if that isn't the most cheatingest power.
And finally, whenever he's using a weapon, he can heat up the barrel or blade of that weapon to make it a heated weapon, you know. As for instance, if he's wielding a 45 Judge revolver, he will actually heat up the barrel of the gun without melting it, and when the bullet fires through it, it will melt the bullet halfway, causing the bullet to hit and then splash molten metal on his foes. And another thing that I wrote into him is that if he gets shot, he always keeps a Cuban cigar on him. So he lights the Cuban cigar and then puts it out on his bullet wound, and it'll heal the bullet hole.
Okay,
and
OP cheat character, basically.
And one of the funniest things that I wrote into his character is that he says if he ever dies, he wants to be cremated.
What the fuck is the VIP? Oh, bruh, how would they even cremate this guy?
Exactly, so if they try to burn his body, they'll just end up healing the wounds that killed him and bring him back. Because he has this thing called the Blessing of the Phoenix,
dude,
meaning that he can come back to life if his body is burned.
God dang, bro. Wow. So basically, he's saying, revive me.
His weakness, though, is 1, sub-zero temperatures, and 2, hellfire, because hellfire is not normal fire. It doesn't burn your skin, it burns your soul.
Dang. What about foxfire? Does that help?
When you said that, for some reason I instantly just thought of him like carrying around a propane tank.
I'm done.
Just in case.
I'm done.
But anyway, yeah, literally Slag is basically like one of the most characters I've written so far.
I hate when that happens.
He works as security at the 10th Ring Bar, ran by his mother, that we're just going to refer to as Roberta Slag.
Okay, I almost did have a comment about that.
What do you want to say?
It's basically like taking Robert off of the other character and just putting A at the end.
Well, anyway, Roberta Slag's ability is slightly scarier than the first one. You know how in cartoon, whenever someone's like blown up, they like turn into like a statue of themselves and then fall into a pile of ash?
Yeah.
Yeah, she can do that.
What the? Okay, so that's when she dies?
No, I mean she does that to other people.
Oh. Oh.
Her one rule is don't break shit in her bar. One guy didn't take that rule seriously, and she walked straight up to him, leaned in, kissed him on the lips, and when she pulled back, they were sweeping him up off the floor.
Dang, like, ain't no one have any questions about it, seems like.
No, dude, the entire bar went silent the second her office door opened. She walked down the stairs. Guy, like, tripping over himself, was begging for his life.
Mask, guys.
She walked straight up to him, kneeled down, and said, "What's all this fuss about? It's only a kiss." Kissed him on the lips, and instantly turned to ash. And the bartender that saw it go down said he was dead the second her office door opened. She's the queen and she knows it. And the only people that don't burn from her devastating touch is Slag.
Duh.
And golems.
Cremates him like that, he gonna come back.
And here's the funniest thing. She can also control fire to a certain degree, but instead of like picking it up and molding it like Slag can, she has a more direct control over it, meaning she can actually generate it. So she actually does. I actually thought of her doing like the whole thing of burning the guy, and on her way back up to her office, she looks over at the DJ and like blows him a kiss, and it literally just like does like 3 different fire hearts that just like kind of flow out and then disappear.
Oh, what you told me about the first ability? Anyone who might me for saying this, but that first ability you told me about is basically every smoker's dream.
Being kissed and turned to ash?
No. Like,
Kissing someone and turning to ash?
no, like, when it's, well, that, cause when the cigarette goes out, and then with Slag's ability coming back.
You know, the funniest thing is that one reoccurring thing I wanted to write for them both is that both Smolder, Mr. Slag, and Roberta, they both snap their fingers to light cigarettes. And that's as a reference to the Fantastic Four original, in which the Human Torch ran into the room and he just kept like snapping his fingers and like bouncing the flame on his thumb. And also a reference to Bioshock, in which Burial at Sea, DeWitt like lights what's her name, Elizabeth's cigarette with like the snap of his fingers. Which I just find freaking delightful. You ready for the next character?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, I need to explain the name of their bar. The 10th Ring. There are 9 rings of hell, right?
Dang.
And their bar is the 10th ring. And making it hell on earth. Get it?
That's some real good play on play.
Yeah, there was a lot of like wordplay put into that, and yes, it took me more than 20 minutes to think of it. I didn't just yeah, I figured it out all by myself. I was just like, you know, I just really want to make this joke, but I can't make it just cheesy for no reason. So I just built an entire location around it. Anyway, moving on to the Beast. Well, not the Beast. Dang, I screwed it up already. The Pirates of Sirens Bay. I'm not sure if Sirens Bay is already a thing. I just wanted to name a fishing town after a bay, okay? And sirens are kind of like the freaking boogeyman of the sea. Anyway.
When you say boogeyman, what do you mean by that?
Shut up. Boogeyman. You never heard of the boogeyman? You know, it's supposed to be like a child's tale.
I've heard of it. I actually never heard the actual story or whatever.
Well, literally just a monster that I think lives under your bed or something. I'm not sure.
But he better be paying rent or something. The heck?
Yeah, like,
I got bills to pay.
You gonna be paying rent. But anyway, the Pirates of Sirens Bay.
Okay, this guy is a go.
Sirens Bay is a little fishing town that is constantly under siege by sea monsters. The reason why is because this fishing town has fished up all the fish in the area, or are currently fishing up all the fish in the area, and the Sirens had to look for a alternate way of bringing food home, so they started causing ships to crash just off shore so that they could get to the goods, right?
Yeah.
So they were basically like raiding the fishing trucks. I mean, fishing boats. Yeah, they don't send you into a cliff so that they can eat you. They just want everything on board. Well, due to Siren Bay being extremely popular, they ended up having to put a little bit more protection on the convoys of ships, and the Sirens could no longer get the fish off the boat by normal means. So instead, they decided to resort to attacking the mainland. You know, because the entire city is on the shore. So they attack the mainland, and because they're way out of their element, they get the ass kicked daily.
I'm sorry, but I just had like a flashback to that one Supernatural episode. Yeah.
One.
Pretty much all of them when the guy kicks the living shit out of everyone.
But yeah, they basically get like their attack repelled daily. So like,
come on.
There's a constant struggle between the townspeople who are just kind of over the siren shit at this point, and the sirens and other sea creatures that live out in the ocean. And there's two groups of pirates in Sirens Bay. Brimley's crew, which is just steal from any military convoys coming through Sirens Bay.
Respectable.
And then there's another group that really kidnaps local fishermen and stuff and sell them to the Sirens as food.
Why, when they could just eat them and the fishermen? Like,
because you can teach a man to fish, or you can just, you know, catch fish for them. You know, it's a whole different situation. Why would you cut off your
supplier?
Supply?
Yeah, I get that.
So like at the bottom of the ocean, pirate ships have sunken down and they had plenty of treasure on board. So the Sirens had actually been diving down there, gathering up loot and trading it with the other pirate group to get like the shipments that were on the boats, and sometimes even the boat's passengers. And that's how they keep the figurative lights on. While Bradley's crew, he's just a guy who can control water in all 3 states. He can change them between states. And
Gas, liquid, and solid.
Yep. He can freeze water.
Nice.
He can melt water. And he can turn it into steam or fog.
Nice.
And he's become a, like, detriment part of the pirate crew because he caused, like, thick blankets of fog where the ships couldn't navigate, and then they would sneak up on board, take everyone out, and then steal everything on board. Well, another thing that made Briny important is that he could control the water. So that means he could help their ships, like, maneuver, like, terrible waters with high waves, or he could give the boat a little push on days that didn't have any kind of waves. You know, there are places out in the middle of the ocean where the water is just completely still. And, well, one day he ends up meeting a wave that he couldn't conquer, and he's flown from the boat. He washes up on a tiny island in the middle of Sirens Bay, and basically survives off of the island, because if he tries to go in the water, there's a bunch of murderous sirens waiting on him. So he's kind of just stranded on the island, catching fish as a peace offering so that the sirens don't kill him.
Dang, that's kind of sad. Does he ever get off the island?
Oh yeah, of course. And he eventually does get off the island, and here's one crazy thing. He actually helps the sirens pull more heist in Sirens Bay by being the inside man on the boats. And in return, he can come back to the mainland whenever he wants, as long as he doesn't forget about them. So they've kind of learned to trust him, and he's learned to trust them, and now they have like this whole like partnership going. And there's even like this one scene I want to write where he's getting like finally caught for his crimes, and he's on a prison boat off to like freaking Fort Knox in the middle of nowhere, and he ends up like sticking some tissue paper in his ears, and his cellmate is confused before he hears singing, and everyone on board goes nuts. Here's the thing. Sirens, they don't just sing their nice little melody and everyone just goes to walking off the boat. They have quite a few selections of songs. They can make everyone so pissed off that they start beating each other to death. They can make you walk off the boat. They can put everyone to sleep. They have a lot of options to go with.
I'm saying, like, yeah, they do.
In which they caused the ship to crash and sink, with Briny still in it, but he's using his power to create an air bubble around his own head until they can break him out of the ship.
That's real smart.
So yeah, like, Briny has like the freaking power of the ocean on his side. He's like Aquaman if Aquaman was a bad guy and he couldn't breathe underwater.
I'll be right back again.
Okay.
Gotta get some Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Yo,
Yo,
have you been on Warframe recently?
yeah.
I was talking to someone on the game.
Yeah, I almost have my railjack ready.
Yeah, I still need to make mine. It's like only like 1 or 2 people in the clan, and the alliance itself has been on.
If you give me access to your account, I can just play for you. I mean, I've got nothing left to do on my account until I built the railjack, and I'm kind of burned out on that.
Okay.
So just like send me your password and.
Oh wait, didn't I already do that
stuff.
before?
Yeah, but then you changed it, and now I can't get in.
Okay.
For you to hell and back. See, the A-Series clone referred to as Hellhound is kind of a mistake. He ended up dimension hopping instead of teleporting, and this led him to teleport into a little known place called Hell. Yeah, it's real. And
Yeah, it's real.
And he was stuck down there just long enough to be corrupted by the surrounding energy, transforming him into a hellhound and making him extremely ferocious. Not to mention, he now drips a plasma-like material from his mouth, lights on fire the second it touches anything flammable, aka he's dripping lava from his mouth.
Damn. Yo, Udi, hold on for a second. I gotta do this outro.
Okay.
Yo, guys, okay. This is going to be the end of my stream for now, because I'm actually trying to go ahead and like play Warframe right now. Wait, what you said?
Your audience?
You want to say something anyway?
Okay, well, first off, sorry for talking during the entire stream. Assuming you can even hear me, which is a pretty you can.
Yeah, I included party chat.
And secondly, subscribe!
Really? That's it?
I mean, I have more, but, like, you trying to do an outro, so, like...
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, usually you, like, have more to say, you know? Like, that kind of just shocks me just then, really.
Fine, I'll just go ahead and say everything I want to say. First off, sorry for talking during the entire stream. Second off, the corona is out there, y'all. Stay safe. And just wash your hands, okay? It's the easiest way to take care of yourselves. Thirdly, a lot of y'all probably stop by and watch these videos. If you do, please consider hitting a like if you don't want to subscribe for some reason. And peace out. Have a good night.
And what I want to say on top of that is, hey, for all you gamers out there, you already know we're going to definitely survive the coronavirus. You already know. Quarantine ain't do nothing but a thing. That just helped us stay inside more. Alright, peace out. See you guys later. If you're having cornbread Kool-Aid, make sure you send them my